Hey guys, this is the XRP Cowboy. Hey, this is Billy. Just got home from Thanksgiving. Um, Had a great meal. Maze, did you like your dinner? Okay, I love you. I'm recording. Don't come in here. It could get a little fucking violent. We're gonna talk a little bit about the whales that don't want to see us swim. We're gonna talk. My last video got cut short because my phone died, but I didn't want to try to redo it because it wouldn't have been authentic. The emotions. You know, how do you redo a video? It would be like reading a book because this is emotional driven space. It is. But anyways, we're going to talk about the whales. We're going to talk about the powers that be and who they are. We're going to who the monsters are, and we're going to talk about some price prediction of XRP. I think we're close, guys. Two videos ago, I think, maybe three, I was counting, and people gave me a lot of shit on Twitter. But it's like we talked about the golden ratio, the golden spiral, Fibonacci, mathematical, simplified, because it's like the laws of physics. They're not perfect either, but we use them because there are the best way to measure things at this current time, and they're the closest measurements. But I'm not saying the Fibonacci's and the golden spirals are wrong. I'm just saying I'm more like the laws of physics. I get it very close to where it's important. And we said 1 and 2 equal 3. Then we went all the way to 5 and 8 equal $1.30, 130. And what happened? I think 2 days later, when XRP was at $1.55, and I believe it's at $1.55 right now, because I just checked, which was a huge move, and Bitcoin's at like 66,600 right now. I mean, that's huge. Maybe it was at $1.50, but either way, it bounced off of $1.30. 8 plus 5 equals $13, $1.30, which is what we said in the other video, and that's exactly what happened. It hit that $1.30 and bounced off. That's a key support level that can't be broken, or it could go all the way back down, to where it was. But we bounced off it, and we talked about the $1.60 prediction, the video before that, and it hit that and bounced down. I wasn't saying it was going to go through it. I said, so you can't fucking deny that this shit doesn't matter. Now, the good thing about the $1.60 resistance, there was just a lot of, we'll call it action there. So usually action points, they either, you either bounce off of them or break through them and bounce off of them. And I think we're close to bouncing off of that $1.60. We may, go up. I think we could hit, to be honest, I don't want to say on the high side, because there isn't much resistance after $1.60 to $2.10, because 5 plus 8 is $1.30. 113 or $1.30, and then you could take the 8. Obviously, I was giving you time to think. And now I've had a lot of Blue Mountains tonight. I was trying to blame you. No, but anyways, it takes $2.10. So, it could go all the way up. XRP does that, but, if we're still trending and not exploding and blasting off, we could see $1.70 today. But I do think we're going to get up above the resistance of $1.61, because it wasn't that strong of a resistance. $1.60, it's their estimates, and we're gonna blast through it. Maybe go to $1.65, wiggle a little bit, and then go up to $1.69, $1.70. maybe 182. I don't know, but I know we're gonna break through this tonight, and we may retest it at $1.60 and it'll go up. But if we break through it, we're back to that risk of $1.50 and all that other garbage. But remember, the real number is $1.30. If it dropped all the way down to there, I wouldn't be worried. And ran back up. I don't know though. We're running out of time for that. I think we could, when we go, just keep going. You know, maybe on a paced perspective, like paced time frame, like a few days. But I do think we're gonna hit that close to $1.69, and we're gonna break through the $1.60, $1.61 resistance right now. If we can use it as support and it breaks up instead of down, we are at $2.10, which could mean 207 because people will sell before that, you know, because they want to get ahead of the market and bring the price down. But anyways, let's talk about the other stuff. Whales that don't want to see us swim or win. Yeah, I'm all Lions out. The greatest football team that ever played the game. I don't know what happened today. I'm going to do an original because why not?
You play with razor blades, scratching yourself like the pain will make you safe. I remember you as a child, a sweet little girl with a made-up smile, and it painted you sweet. So run, I'm coming so far, I feel you coming. Scratch the skin, stick it in, 'cause my blood stains black.
You guys, it's not supposed to feel so aggressive. Hey guys, let's get into it. I had a bunch of stuff written down, but let's just go. This is about 45 minutes since, you know, I was singing, because I paused it. But, you know, I want to talk a little bit about the whales that don't want to see us swim. You know, we were talking about, you know, people that want to take our money, our wealth, our future. You know, just the interest on someone pays on a car. If they didn't do that, they invested in, you know, something that, you know, a mutual fund that pays about 9% a year, they would retire a millionaire. The house heavy interest, the front half heavy interest on a house, when they know you're going to sell it before you ever pay it off, or they want to refinance you. I'm just reminding you of recapping my past few videos. You know, it's crazy. You know, Elizabeth Warner, she's a paid puppet. Why is this, is the real question. Who is doing this? Who are the whales? The powers that be. The powers that be. Alexa, play. She never listens.
Anything short of the Super Bowl.
Whales blood will get me. Alexa, play classical music.
The station, Ultimate Classical, on Amazon Music.
I mean, Elizabeth Warner. Nancy Pelosi, the greatest investor of our generation, better than Warren Buffett. But there's no insider trading going on because she creates law and her husband buys stocks that will go up because of what she created, like the electric car for government thing. And he's buying Tesla. And this just isn't right. These people have everything they want. They want to prevent us from having everything we need. They have almost everything. But they're not going to be happy until they have it all. And that little it all piece is what we have. The stock market. Greatest creation ever. 80% of small businesses fail the first 5 years. But no one tracks the second 5 years. 50% of the 20% that succeeded fails. So now you're at a 10% success ratio. But the powers that be, their businesses, survive 80% of the time. But the independent business owner, not the publicly traded franchise owner, they fail 90% of the time. Within 10 years. Why would you risk everything you own knowing you have a 10% chance? And I'm going to tell you, I think the people that watch this channel, they're all entrepreneurs, they're visionaries, they're creative, independent thinkers, and they've all owned businesses. Even if they were a like a one push mower business or snow shoveling business, but they've dreamed of it. Even if they haven't, they still dream of it, right? My eye looks really weird. This lighting is throwing it off. It really isn't lazy. But did I have a fucking stroke? Oh, it's because of the camera. I'm looking at the center, but I have to look over here. Crooked. Oh, the XRP crooked eye. Whatever. It's kind of fucked up looking. If I start seizing up, it's just a holiday thing. No, seriously though. Body's a fucking shrine. Why is this important? The stock market is publicly traded companies, the most beautiful thing that was ever created. What it does is it gives you the opportunity to own a piece of a company that is successful without the risk of investing everything you own and losing money. The truth is, the majority of small business owners would be better off taking that first year of expenses and investing it in, hate to say it, but some money-making account that pays 4%. They'd still be down with inflation, but they wouldn't have lost everything they own. But if they were really savvy, they'd just say, I'm going to buy companies that have succeeded. And it's the 1% or the fraction of a percent that went public that is almost a guarantee. And they disperse that money across 10 different stocks in different sectors. I would be 30% tech though, and this is safe. And they'd set a stop loss 10% below what they bought it for. And if one went down 10%, they only lost 1% of their investment. And then if something goes up 30%, you don't rebalance your portfolio equally. You take half of that and distribute it through the other ones. Because you have a winner. You don't want to fucking kill your winner. And then every 20% your investment goes up, you put a stop loss 10% below that. But really, I would say it's 13%. I'm just trying to simplify things because weird shit happens. 10% isn't that big. And you know what? Just spread it through different sectors. We have a new sector coming. It's called crypto. And, the crypto market cap is not even equivalent to Apple. One stock in the sector. And this, I don't know. I've tried to figure it out, but I can't in my mind, and I'm not going to spend an hour looking online. But I'm pretty sure there's trillions of dollars, at least tens of billions of dollars in the sector. So what do you think crypto's going to do? And the top 10 are going to make up the majority. And XRP is clearly a winner. It's probably it is the number one token in crypto when you use the measurement of time tested and everything and what it was created to do, better than Bitcoin's. It's ridiculous. You can't count stable coins, but I'll tell you what, RLUSD is on the radar, and stable coins tend to do okay. From a market cap perspective, the good ones. And Ripple has the connections. And remember, David Schwartz said RLUSD will not move on the ledger without XRP right now. Something to think about. Why would he say that? I'm telling you why. Because when you wrap something, they say it's wrapped in, let's say, XRP. But really, the wrap is the wrap on the vehicle. But what's moving is the vehicle. So I would argue when something's wrapped, whether it's gold, Bitcoin, whatever, it's actually XRP is wrapped in that, because I don't believe they make, and I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, tell me if I am. I don't think they make a computer code. They have a built-in exchange. So why would they have to make, computer code for everything in existence on the fly if anything of value can be moved on it? What they're doing is they're taking it, turning it into XRP, running it across the ledger, and then the exchange at the other end is taking the cash value, because it's anything of value, cash value, and buying it back. I mean, it's not like we're moving a piece of gold from here to there. It's a value. It's a ledger. I see countries just having a digital display of what they own, and to the point to where the physical gold means nothing. It just has to be in a holding place, like I don't know, a central holding place where it all is. And we move gold back and forth on the ledger. We eliminate the cost of the gas fees and the travel fees of everything of moving it. Just to move it back and forth is asinine. You don't want to move something twice. Why would you move it hundreds of times a day? And just, the digital ledger lights up the gold that you own, and it subtracts it, and then we don't even fucking need gold unless we're making jewelry with it. But the publicly traded company, to me, is great because we can own a piece of something, but it turns dark and evil really quick. My experience with publicly traded companies is it's all about one thing, because you have shareholders. And this is what they care about. Money. So the company that may have been pure, like in my business, I'm in the hair industry. I own 6 businesses. I don't know, I forget sometimes. And a lot of those businesses can be departmentalized into its own business. Like I sell a product, but I sell another product from a different sector. Scissors, maybe, or socks, shoes, desks. I might have 50 businesses, but that doesn't matter. It's all about the money. And like one of the companies I worked with was Pureology, and they could only improve it so much, and other stuff was coming out. So they started taking the pure ingredients that made them special and reducing them to where, just like when you see a Pantene commercial or something, when they say it's made from this, it's just a very small dosage, but they turn into fucking Pantenes. And they were a great product. Not because they want to. They need to use cheaper product, cheaper labor, cheaper distributors. So you lose quality, because like some trucks come in, they're not insulated, and products need to be insulated to live. They get too hot, they coagulate and separate. If they get too cold, if you warm them up too fast, a similar result. I mean, it becomes a problem, and eventually it crashes. Your Business Daily, I read that book, and he said every stock eventually craters. 80% corrects. 80%. And the only one that hadn't when he wrote that book was GE, and we know what happened to that. And he said, I'm not so certain that's safe. So what happens is the market and the companies, and then quality starts becoming a non-issue because they just can't make it any better, so they have to find another way, so they reduce quality. That's a problem with publicly traded companies. Another one is the people that own them destroy the markets. They create fear. The Jamie Dimons, the .com era, they fud it up while they're buying it. And it hurts us because we lose money. Because if you're not very sophisticated, you buy when it's going up. Even, I've talked about this for 7 years. Buy the blood on the street to my wife. And today she's like, what if I want to buy XRP? You sent me that article, how 1,000 will make you wealthy. I'm like, are you fucking crazy right now? The time to buy was when I was saying everyone should buy in the neighborhood. Now they're going to fucking carry me down the street and have a fucking parade for me with me on their shoulders. And I'm going to be sipping a fucking rockin' rye fucking Slurpee, okay? They haven't announced it, but it's coming. I'm sure of it. I just want the fucking trophy. But these whales fucking crash the market like Jamie Dimon did with Bitcoin. And then they buy your blood. And it's just a fucking shit show. The whales don't want to see us swim. Gary Gensler will say he was doing a fucking job. And I don't know how this case goes on after he resigns. He wants this to end, so he's going to try for a settlement so he can be the one that ended, because if it goes past him to the next SEC chairman, it's probably going to get dropped. And he'll look like a fucking ass clown, which he is. He'll say everything we've used against him with MIT, saying, look, he said this. Now he's in this. He'll say, I was doing a job like an officer on the beat. I had to put my personal opinions and beliefs aside, but I do believe in crypto. I am making love to Jay Clayton. Like dirty fucking shit going on. And picture what they're fucking doing. It's worse than Vitalik fucking horses with fake unicorns on their head. And that's happened. There's videos of it. It's fucking weird. Speaking of Ethereum, all these YouTubers, they want to talk how the dominance of Bitcoin's going down right now, and we're about to have an alt market. You know what happens if you believe in the 4-year cycle at an alt market? That means it's coming to a fucking end real fast. And to be clear, Bitcoin does rise the prices up. And that's why they're going up, because Bitcoin is. A lot of things are correcting, because they got slammed. But they're not, this is not an alt season, and it hasn't started yet, guys. Ethereum leads the alt season, to be honest with you. And XRP is usually the last time mover if you want to look at history. So is it over? Ethereum didn't move. There's only 3 reasons it didn't move. 1, there's something about to happen really bad to them, and I wouldn't be surprised. I called for that fucking 2 years ago. But at this point, I do think it could be something else. Like Vitalik's done. They saw the video of Vitalik drop the Vaseline. But seriously, drop the Vaseline. No, but it's that, or people will say it's going into Sol and Sui. Well, whatever. But that could be it. I'm going to add one. There's 4. Or the other one could be when the lawsuit was dropped on XRP and they were fighting for the number 2 spot. I believe all the money that was going to XRP went to Ethereum. But now we have clarity, so I think that Ethereum money might be going to XRP. But that would fall into the narrative. Maybe it's going into Sol and Sui swap, maybe XRP too. That's possible. I think that's a high probability. But I think the highest probability is we're not in a bull run. It's too soon. People think that because of how high Bitcoin's gone, but it's gone there so fast. Well, it hasn't been lightning fast. It's been a year. But we're not there yet. We're not in an alt season until ETH starts running. So let's wipe the rest away. But if any of those other narratives happen, I did think of that. I want trophies. No, seriously, my dreamers, my fucking roadies. This is all about independent thought, freeing us from the fucking man. You know, we're buying our time coins. I truthfully feel like when I buy 1 XRP, I'm buying a small piece of gold that's going to change my kids' lives. Mine's perfect. But I get depressed all the time. Check my phone every fucking 15 minutes looking at crypto like a fucking madman. But usually it's because I'm afraid, but right now it's because I'm excited. That's a win, right? We're here. The 4-year cycle. Like, I hate these YouTubers saying an alt season's upon us. And they talk about a 4-year cycle like they don't understand what it is. Oh, it's a Bitcoin halvening. Supply comes off the market, so the price goes up. Well, then why does it fucking crash 80%? Because that's what happens after a 4-year cycle. It just crashes after it went up so much because supply was gone, removed from the market. Now it's going to crash. It makes no fucking sense. There's something else. It's also the same time frame when there's an election. And up until this point, till this day, it's different this time, guys. Beware of those words. But you know what I think? I think it's different this time. Cowboy confirms. Billy agrees. Shut the fuck up. I need to not be doing videos right now. But it's different because people risk on, risk off. Big investors don't like uncertainty. But you know who doesn't like it more? Retail. Because they hear something negative on the news, they're fucking selling. When I was a retail investor, what happened was I fucking heard about Disney World, an alligator eating a little kid. And I was really into Disney stock. Jim Cramer said, buy. That shit dick. He says shit dick. And then all of a sudden this Disney thing happened. So I sold it instantly. Because I thought maybe a kid being killed and eaten by an alligator on a publicly traded company would matter. But it wasn't much money for them. And it didn't. And then it went up and I lost my ass. I'm telling you, it's different this time. Because when new regulations come in, there's all this fear being pushed by the news stations. This is why publicly traded companies are bad. The same thing happens with them. But it's the people behind the purchasers of it. They either FUD it up or they tell Jim Cramer to FUD it up, or they tell him to pump it up. Pump it up when they want to sell, FUD it up when they want to buy. And he's done that with Bitcoin. A year ago he was bashing it and they were buying it. the price was low compared to where it is now. And now he's pushing it. It's not a coincidence. When he starts pushing it really hard, I'll start being concerned. But the reason we have this huge price correction is because of uncertainty. But now both sides of the aisle support it. We have a president actively speaking of it who has his own crypto, and they just bought like Bax or some shit, his social media company. I mean, you can't make this shit up. And his right-hand man is Elon Musk, who supports crypto and libertarian perspective. What people don't understand, the biggest lie that was ever told was that Trump's a Republican. He was a Democrat, he ran Republican, and he's anti-government. Doesn't like the Fed, doesn't like taxes, he doesn't like fucking shit. He wants to get things back to where they were, and he wants legacy. He has an ego, wouldn't you? He wants fucking legacy. So, point is all we have to worry about is that $1.30 mark. If it doesn't go below that, we're above $2. And if we can bounce off of that level, it's $2.10, but it could be a few pennies lower. If we can go above that and bounce off of it, we're at $3. We need to add, we're at $3.90, $2.90, I'm sorry. And that's probably the true all-time high, really, from a volume perspective. And after that, we can start catching up to where we should have been the last bull cycle when XRP was held back from the lawsuit. We hit $2, but oh great, we were close to kind of close to all-time highs. But what really happened was every top 10 coin X'd X amount, and if XRP would have just did the same thing, we would have been at $12 or $11. Depends on what you measure all-time highs at. So we got to get back to that. We have to correct. It's an equilibrium. It always happens in the markets. Always. Things always end up where they're supposed to be. Correct to that. Can't think of one time it's never happened. You can write some stocks down, anything you want in the comments. Please leave a comment. I'm trying to get monetized. But I will show you how it rebalanced and it corrected to the price it needed to be, whether it was lower, whether it was zero, or where it should have been, or why it should have been higher. And eventually it got to that. Why it had to move higher, I should say. You guys, we're buying our time coins. We inherited debt the day we were born. I'm referencing the ladies too. It's not until you pay that debt back that you're truly free from the man. Imagine who you would be if you paid that debt and you were actually unleashed to the world. Who would you be? Money doesn't make you happy. It doesn't make you an asshole. It makes you more of who you are. So decide at this moment who you want to be before you get that paper, because you don't want to be a bigger asshole. Love. Let's sing.